it's a robe day. She's back. Oh, I'm so cold, I just can't, I need it on. It's like my comfort blanket, so I think it's actually quite smart looking. We're going with it, okay? What we're going to talk about today is what is in my flare-up bag. Now, if you don't know what a flare-up bag is something that I put together so that when I have a flare-up or any sort of pain reaction, I can instantly reach for this bag that has everything I'm going to need in it, rather than have to work my way around the whole house while I'm already in pain. I also have a flare-up box, but we'll talk about that in another video. No, that sounded wrong. Anyway, so this bag, I love this bag. My sister-in-law got me this bag, so thank you, Claire. It's got my name on it. It's so cute. So yeah, I have it. I've got it a bit grubby now, but I kind of like it. It's worn in. So yeah, this is my flare-up bag. Okay, so what's in it? Let's have a look. Right, well the first thing that I have in the bag is Vicks Vapor Rub. Strange one, I know. Sometimes when I get itchy skin, I can't scratch it because it's maybe over what's called a trigger point or a tender point. So if I was to scratch that, I would get really intense pain. So Vicks Vapor Rub sometimes confuses the itch, so I just rub it on where it's itchy, and then it kind of like, it sometimes kind of disperses the itch, so that's why I have this in here. It's also quite a nice scent as well, bit of relaxing scent. I've also got rubbish in this bag because, you know, that's me, I'm Miko, I'm a messy bitch. Right, what next? Heat pads. Heat pads are essential, useful, and a necessity for any sort of pain. Heat pads do not work on all pain, so you have to be very careful. For example, if I get pain in the middle of my back and I put a heat pad on it, for some reason it makes it worse. But if I have pain in my lower back, heat pads can really actually help that. They're also good just for on cold days, because as we know, or maybe don't know, cold can actually affect your pain, and if you are cold for too long, you can actually trigger a sort of pain reaction. So these are quite handy just to wear, just to keep yourself warm as well. Socks. Actually, they're not socks, they are ankle supports, and sometimes my ankles are a bit clicky and a bit hard, you know, but they bear a lot of pain, so sometimes I wear these. As well as maybe if I actually have a pain reaction in my ankle, I'll just put this on it to sort of compress it a bit, just when I'm lying on the couch watching TV or something. Gloves, same as the socks. They are basically compression gloves. Compression is quite a good tactic for certain pains, and especially in the hands. And this sort of just compresses your fingers and your hands, just it doesn't always work. It depends really on how sore your hands are, but they're handy to have. Also, again, great to wear if you are just trying to keep your hands warm and you can't wear sort of itchy gloves or things like that, because sometimes materials can actually set off a pain trigger as well. So what have I got now? Well, woman, just vitamins and minerals that contain everything in there. Oh, another heat pad creeping about in the back. Okay, this is my new favourite thing. This is the motorcycle cosmetics company Pain Slayer Comforting yeah. This is the This is the motorbikes cosmetic company Pain Slayer Comforting Balm. I was recommended to this by my friend, and I love it. It's softer than, say, Tiger Balm. Let me just show you. You can see there, it's a lot more like a sort of oil-based cream. So that means that you can move it around your body a lot easier than the Tiger Balm, which can be quite hard to, you know, and if you're already in pain, you don't want to be rubbing really hard on that pain site. I do have Tiger Balm, however, because it's actually, I do like it. It's just very hard to work with. I also have deep freeze on the alternative side to that, because sometimes freezing actually helps as well, or you can alternate between heat and cold, so I have that. It's quite handy. Random pills, which shouldn't be in here. I've got another bag for that. We got cold and flu. Yeah, it's actually maybe handy to keep just some paracetamol and some cold flu tablets, things like that in this bag as well, just in case you do come down with a viral infection that sets off a fibromyalgia reaction. Here we go, trusty old TENS machine. This is an analog TENS machine. Most people work with digital. I don't like digital. Every time I wore it, I'd accidentally press the button and shock myself. I prefer the analog one. I have a lot more control over it. So we can talk about this in another video about how the TENS works, but it's basically sort of an electro field that kind of can, you know, if you put it in certain areas where the pain is felt, specifically it works excellently with sciatic pain. I don't really know exactly how it works. I'll have to do a bit of sort of looking into it, but for me, I feel like it confuses the pain signal. So you start to feel the TENS sort of electric field rather than your pain. Doesn't always work. If your pain is high, TENS is likely just to aggravate it, but we will talk about that further in another video. So that is my TENS. These are the cables for the TENS. This is the bag for the TENS. And then we've got the little pads for them as well. Let me see. What else do I have in here? Vaseline. I think basically I use that for on my face if I crack, you know, my lips crack or anything like that, or any dry skin. Just easier to use Vaseline. It lasts longer than a sort of normal cream. I was gifted this and I really like it. It's called Elemis Quiet Mind Temple Balm. So you just put a bit in your fingers, rub it into your temples, and it's got a really fresh, relaxing scent. And that is to try and get me off to sleep. To be honest with you, I think it would have to be made of magic to get me to sleep, but it's a nice thing. I really enjoy it. Let me see. And an ice pack. So put the ice in it and shut it. And that's, yeah, shut it. So an ice pack's quite a handy thing to have as well. I use it quite a lot on my shoulders and my neck. And then now I'm just like, it's like the bottom of Harry Potter's trunk. It's just absolute rubbish. I've got hair clips in here. I've got more tablets. Honestly, it's just a mess in here. But that is the majority of what I have in my flare-up bag. And my flare-up bag sits in the living room so that I can grab it. My husband helps me replenish it. He goes and gets me the heat pads. I like the heat pads in the UK from B&M's. They are hotter than Deep Heat or other ones. I have burnt myself on one though, because I fell asleep wearing it and I burnt myself on the arse. Yep, Nico thing to do. So don't sleep with them on. Just take them off before you go to bed, just to be on the safe side, because these things, I don't know why, but they end up hotter than the sun. So it's a bit like Mary Poppins' bag. Also, I will add to this when I come across something that I think helps me. Do you use a flare-up bag? Have you heard of it before? Is there anything that you could actually recommend adding to it? Leave a comment and let me know. And if you like this video, subscribe for future comment. No?